So we were talking about Jim Cornette. He's trending right now, currently as we speak, and it's for a reason. So basically what happened was he was trending because of this
I want to talk
thumbnail.
about Samantha Irvin.
There was this thumbnail about Swerve or whatever, and everyone's like, Jim Cornette's a racist, da 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 da. And I just wanted people to debate it. You know what I mean? And then I was
Let's
going to
debate it, me and
moderate it.
you. Let's do it.
Well, I don't even have a, like, I didn't see it till everyone was already outraged. And then to me, it's just like, okay, so Jim Cornette, this is my opinion on it. Jim Cornette has had enough instances of questionable, not racism, but like racial, him leaning into that, or just being like ignorant to what would perhaps trigger people to evoke that emotion out of them, or to just be ignorant as to like what would constitute. So to me, I say where there's smoke, there's fire, but I don't want to go full on. I don't believe in my heart he hates anyone because of the color of their skin. So for that, he's not a racist, but I think it is incredibly, either he knows what he's doing, either the thumbnail guy knew what he's doing, and he's leaning into it, or someone's completely incompetent. It has to be one of the two, because there's too many instances of Jim with questionable behavior like that. So I see it from the perspective of people going, all right, I'm done. Like, yeah, it's enough. Where there's smoke, there's fire. I can see that perspective, but I also see the people, and that's why I wanted the debate. I never go, oh, we're going to debate this. I just talk about things and give my opinion. But I really, on this issue, I really saw both sides of it, because I saw the people defending him too. Because if you do listen to Cornette, he calls the one guy a Q-tip, right? But then it's a Q-tip and Swerve and a gorilla. And then people associate, so like me, I don't associate monkeys and gorillas with black people, if that's what they're insinuating Jim did. Right. But that's what people do today in 2024. I've seen it before. So because I don't do that, it's not like I can just go, well, people don't do that at all. No, like, I don't know. I don't poll people and go, hey, do you associate? I don't know, but it's something that people have been outraged for in the past. But even though Jim was the gorilla, but then also the cotton swab people were like, it's a cotton swab. And then people are sitting there arguing on X semantics about, oh no, a Q-tip's not a cotton swab. It's like, yes, motherfucker, it is. Like like Coca-Cola's a Coke, but it's a soda. You know, like Q-tip's the brand name. Like a fucking Q-tip is a cotton swab. So like now we're in arguments about what a fucking cotton swab is, bro. It got so ridiculous. And I was like, okay, let's have both perspectives, discuss it. Or I think the word debate threw people off. Like, I think
that would have been cool.
Away, like, oh shit, we would have, like, I just want two people. I don't care about ethnicity or anything like that. Just two people on both sides of it. Let's hear what they got to fucking say. And nobody really wanted to take it up in good faith. I hate that term, but that's the term I'll use. And so it just didn't happen, and it fell through. And then, the podcast rather, but then Jim was trending because of that. What's your opinion on that thumbnail? And yeah, just give me your thoughts on all of that, basically.
If we weren't so tight for time, I'd have you play the clip where Jim addresses this.
Right. Yeah. I'm not going to play like his whole 20-minute shit, but I do have some clips here that I'm going to play in regard to what we're talking about. But the Swerve thing, though, just because this is old news, the Swerve thing is old news. Like, this bleeds into the Samantha Irvin thing. So, yeah, just your thoughts. Like, what did Jim have to say about it? And what's your opinion on it, I guess?
Well, Jim's the gorilla. So, like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess I will start here with art is up to the artist eye, you know what I'm saying, or the interpretation of the seer, I guess, is what I'm going for. Art is interpretational, and subjective. So I can't, like, I'm seeing something different than from what you're seeing versus yada, yada, yada,
Right.
But I didn't personally see a problem there. And as a listener to the experience in the drive-thru and whatnot, it's all like he's been saying Q-tip for
about Kyle Fletcher. And here's the thing, like, Jim didn't make the thumbnail, but then here's the other thing, is that to play devil's advocate, or not even devil's advocate, I'm just giving both sides of it here. When I listen to Jim, I just listen to clips, and a lot of times I'm not even looking at the screen, but I didn't even realize it till people were freaking out about it either. I was like, oh shit, I guess that is kind of, especially just like in 2025. I don't know, I don't know. So you got to be more aware of that though. So to me, I go, God damn, Jim, he's had so many like towing the line to where, and people pointed it out, he knows what he's doing. And it's like, maybe he is leaning into that because he knows people will get outraged and go, he's racist. Because as far as like canceling Jim, you can't cancel him. He just works for himself. So how are you going to cancel the man, So,
boy.
So he doesn't care about if you think he may be towing the line or whatever, right? And that, I think it's more of that. I think it's him just sort of being spicy and his thumbnail artist, or he's incredibly fucking ignorant. Because someone else pointed out, they were like, listen, but Meet Joe Black, like that's an old ass, super out of touch, dated reference. But the thing is like Jim and the majority of people who listen to him are older, dude. So it's like they're like 45 years old and shit. So it's like they know what Meet Joe Black is. Like I know what it is, and I was fucking born in 1991, and I know what it is. So
spoilers.
Yeah. Spoilers, yeah. So anyways, though, this leads into Jim trending now because obviously, narratives have been pushed and people are now creating and pushing other narratives, etc., as the IWC does. And here is so Samantha Irvin. See, here's the thing. Jim Cornette's always criticized and trashed Samantha Irvin. Okay. And then now all of a sudden he's putting her over. Well, a clip from, not even just a clip. It's there is a clip of it that not Sam Roberts dropped 3 days ago, but this event took place way before. So Samantha Irvin like put Jim over like a couple few weeks ago on the Not Sam show. And then now all of a sudden Cornette's putting her over on his show. And good. Yeah. But he was burying her before. So I just thought that should be pointed out because there's a lot of people online. They're like, oh, look, Jim putting Samantha over, and it just for no reason it blew, because she's a black woman, obviously, but it just blew people like the IWC up. It blew people's minds. Everyone's going crazy now. There's arguing. There's all these crazy IWC tweets. So I just wanted to talk about it. And here I have a clip to play for you, my good friend. So here is Samantha Irvin on Not Sam putting over. Now, guys, this clip is from 3 days ago. Jim's clip is from 23 hours ago. People say
this is gonna be fun.
People have said, well, Phil, Jim recorded his episode days ago, so he actually put her over before this clip came out. Yeah, but Samantha Irvin was on this show. Like, here's a clip from 5 days ago. If you find the full interview, Samantha Irvin was on Not Sam like 2 weeks ago or some shit, or it was like leading up to, or it was like right after Mania or something, right? So this was like, this got, what I'm saying is this got around to Jim. Now he's all of a sudden putting her over. Maybe. Good. Right? Conspiracy theory. That's my X-Files.
Oh shit, hit it.
But also, I'm glad that he's putting her over because he should be. She's great. She's tremendous.
Can I say something here before we start? One of the things I wanted to address here, man, is like over the past like month since Mania, is like I've just read the most ridiculous fucking like just hate towards her and like just people shitting on her on the internet.
Coping insanity. Dude,
it's fucking nuts. Because honestly, man, I would probably consider like the second greatest fucking announcer of all time, in my opinion. It's just like the way they're coping with all that shit, dude. And it's all like announcers who haven't made it. You know what I'm saying? It's all like, I don't see you announcing for the WWE, so I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Right.
And lastly, I think it's super fucking dope that she doesn't like get the endings fed to her, so she's naturally reacting and whatnot.
Yeah. Like her call at Mania was fucking brilliant, dude.
Cornette doesn't like me.
Jim Cornette does not like you.
I shouldn't have said that.
No, probably not. She said HBK walked into your tryout.
Yes, he did.
Were you a fan growing up?
That's my ex. Because when I was 7, you
Right.
couldn't tell me that was not my man.
Damn, she loved HBK. Sexy boy, sexy boy. So she talks about Jim Cornette here.
Fuck that Ricochet.
Yeah, goddamn. Ricochet's like, come on.
For real.
Yeah. Yeah. So what was did you have a favorite Shawn Michaels match growing up? Or was it just the sort of entity that he was?
I always drop the Royal Rumbles, 95 and 96
Sure.
are my favorites.
Right
I
on.
know,
She
don't
knows her
play
shit.
Jose like that.
I
knows
know.
her
Just
shit.
terrible.
This guy's a legend.
Just terrible.
Right.
Terrible.
Move over.
Yeah.
Terrible
Renee.
guys. Terrible guy.
Really.
But he got what was coming to him.
Well,
Sean
yeah,
got his title back.
you know, look, Jim Cornette doesn't like me.
Jim Cornette does not like you.
I shouldn't have said that.
No, probably not. He does not like you?
That's what I've heard.
Oh.
But it's his fault that I'm this way. I think he thinks that I'm too much. That's what I've heard. But I grew up watching him. I blame him fully.
I mean,
Dude, she was inspired by Corny, bro. Like, she
Yeah,
just put him
now
over
what?
huge.
Boom.
Crazy.
She said,
Crazy.
"You're
But like,
fucked, man."
here's the thing. He was hating on her until she said this shit. I didn't hear. You guys are gonna get my real reaction, Phil's real reaction on Jim's comments,
Same.
because I didn't listen to it yet.
Jim Cornette was alive.
Oh,
He was
shit.
a lot.
He
And now
was a
I'm a
lot.
lot. And I grew
Right.
up watching him. So it's absolutely his fault.
Yeah, he had that tennis racket, the bright jackets
Screaming
and
all the
everything.
time.
Screaming all the
All
time.
the time.
Right.
Yep.
You're putting on a show.
Yep.
That's what this is. It's show business.
It's showbiz.
I get
I love how like AEW
next match-
fucking shuns him and like fucking WWE's been putting him over here lately with her and like Adam Pearce with his jacket and whatnot. Fuck yeah.
Adam Pearce fucking blocked me, dude, on X. I have no idea why. No clue why. You're always
guess what? He can fuck
you're-
off.
dude,
Remember
you're always
want to
trashing
know
him.
why? Yeah, there you go.
And I'm always like, nah, dude, come on. At least he's
And you're connected
da-da-da-da.
to me. But listen, honestly,
Bro.
my bad. But no, isn't that a trip that Adam Pearce is like listening to us and shit? What the fuck, man?
Dude, that's
It
crazy.
is fucking crazy, right?
Everyone's listening.
bad.
To PWT,
Adam,
bro, for
nice
sure.
jacket, bud.
Yeah, nice
You're so
dude.
fucking
Adam
annoying.
Pearce, I love you. Are you still listening, dude? I've always put you over. I've always been like, bruv. So then Adam Pearce is wearing a jacket. Everyone's freaking out. Oh, Adam Pearce knowingly dressed like Jim Cornette. It couldn't be because he's representing Raw in this draft, and Nick Aldis is wearing all these swaggy blue suits. You know,
Nick Aldis
and
is so
look-
good.
dude, and then Pearce has to step it up. Yeah, dude. So here's Cornette's, I guess, response or him
I can't
putting
wait
over
for this.
Samantha Irvin here. So let's listen to this.
The next match that was going to try to follow this chaos, well, that's where they stuck the women's three-way. And everybody, I don't like the three-ways most of the time, whether it's men or women. They did one right the other day. And otherwise, I like Bailey. I'd like to see her against Tiffany one-on-one maybe. I'm willing to give Tiffany
Fuck
a
yeah.
chance.
Every
I'm
time.
not sold on the glowworm here.
The glowworm. Yeah. They're all so over, man. WWE's women are just ridiculous
amazing.
right now. Dude, every
WWE
division,
is so good.
NXT, Raw, SmackDown, yeah.
All of it.
It's just
Trick
operating on
Williams.
another level. Bro, yeah, like come on, Trick.
Trick Willy Wonka day.
Trick beat an AEW in the ratings with an overrun. Trick did, bro.
Oh no!
On
I
NXT,
announced
bro.
it.
So
I
like,
announced it, so you should probably pre-record because I
Fuck
announced
off.
it. Get it? Yeah, it's great.
But but basically that's what happened is that Bailey and Naomi eliminated Tiffany from competition with a double team move, and then Bailey and Naomi got in a fight for 15 seconds, and Bailey hooked her 1, 2, 3. But I will say, coming good out of this match, Brian, and maybe this is something we can discuss, Samantha Irvin has sold me. Or won me, or bought me, or she's got me in her camp.
She ain't.
yeah, now like I don't believe that people should be shamed because they weren't hip to it right away, man. Things have to win you over. Like I hated Damage
You're
Control
right.
forever, and now Bailey and Damage Control are super over with me. Yeah,
same.
like things can win people over. Now, is it because I was X-Filesing and throwing out the conspiracy because I was listening to Not Sam before and no one else was bringing up that point? That's why I brought it to the table. And maybe that is why maybe he did hear about it. But at the same time, she's fucking really, really, really good. And even the best in the business, Michael Buffer and Bruce Buffer, they've all put her over, dude.
Second best of all time, in my opinion.
Who's number one? It's got to be Fink, right?
Yeah, obviously.
It's Finkel, bro. He's too good.
Yeah.
Like he was the unreal.
Obviously.
Yeah.
Right.
Buying you, I'll tell you.
Well,
that.
whatever the term is, I'm a Samantha Irvin fan now. The inflections, the facials, she's standing there, she's doing a good job. I wanted to praise her there.
They're presenting her really well. They're making her almost an
Brian
attraction.
Pitt.
And also, from what I understand, I guess the previous regime had her tone down a lot of her, I don't know what you want to call it, exuberance, her personality as a ring announcer, whatever you want to call it.
They had her stop doing the Chelsea Green shit.
Yeah.
Down.
Which was stupid.
Now they're letting
Yeah, it was super dumb.
her get into it. And the other thing I told you before, apparently she doesn't know the results to any match. So when she's sitting at ringside, she gets invested in this stuff because she doesn't know what's going to happen. She wants it that way.
Yeah.
That's how it should be, because Bruce Buffer in the UFC doesn't know who's going to win any fight until they give him the scorecard to read it, and then he's the only one who knows who wins the fight. You know what I mean? Like until he announces it, but that's only when a fight goes to a decision. If it's a knockout or it's a submission, Bruce Buffer doesn't know who's going to win. You know what I mean? It just happens. Then he goes, and the winner by knockout. So that's what Samantha Irvin should be doing. So, yeah, man.
It's just so cringe how many people are hating on her.
Well, wait till we get into it. We're going to get into the IWC here in a sec.
I fucking hate it.
And she's got the Beatles tattooed on her arm. She's great.
They're crazy if they were trying to tell her to tone it down, because she comes off doing this more like the Bruce Buffer, the good Buffer in the family, the Bruce Buffer type of introduction. And
you got the Cornette cosign.
But anyway, I got that out of the women's three-way. What else did I miss?
No, there was a women's tag match.
Man.
Yeah, so
retire.
You can you can guess though, dude. The IWC and Cornette's trending right now as we speak. So is Meltzer, so is Tama Tonga, and so is Logan Paul. So they're going down. So we're about to go down, and we're gonna freestyle here on this 61st episode of Pro Wrestle Times podcast. So here's at Vic8122 _8122. So these aren't even my bookmarks, folks. These are just, and now Punk's trending. See, it just updated.
Live reaction.
Yeah, Punk's trending now. It just updated. So we're going. We're going live. Yeah. So Vic at Vic8122, a good follows PWT. Yeah, you already knew the responses to Samantha Irvin thanking Jim Cornette were going to be nasty, but damn. So here are some people. So Samantha Irvin on X responded to Jim and said, sorry, let me just pull this up. So Samantha Irvin responded to Jim and said, I appreciate this very much. Thank you, Jim Cornette. And then she posted the link. This guy, Lena is all elite. Monet bankrupt. So it's a Mercedes Monet fucking
free plug.
AEW bot account. And they say, I knew you was a stupid bitch when I seen them fake ass tears announcing Cody winning his first world title at the age of 40. Oh my God.
What world title do you have, bud?
Buddy, and he's a fucking Monet bot account with all elite in his name. Like, calling her a bitch. Here's another one. No hose Eric. Being an apologist for a racist, but he's too pussy to even write racist, and then thanking the bottom barrel of scum. I expect this from Phil Brooks, not from the worst announcer I've ever heard. Heartbroken. So why are you heartbroken if she's the worst announcer you've ever heard, dude?
Yeah, no. And why is this guy shooting on your fucking wrestling character from the fucking the PlayStation game?
Yeah, dude. What the fuck, man? What did I do?
What the fuck? Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, this guy, listen, Eric No Hose fucking PWT confirmed.
It's so nuts. And then he's like, not the worst announcer I've ever heard. Heartbreak. It's like, well, if she's the worst, then why are you heartbroken? You
Yeah,
guys,
immediately
these people,
contradicts
they're
themselves.
just bots. Like it's just Tony Khan's burners. You know what I mean? It's whoever.
Right.
So at DC Recepit 1986, I knew she was
All
fucking
these free
annoying.
plugs.
Get blocked. Well, no, we gotta let people know who these dummies are. Dude. I knew she was fucking annoying. Get blocked. Bro, this guy. Like, how are you mad? This is so
Look at
funny,
him.
bro.
Click on his profile. Or
I
we-
can't.
oh, no,
These
this
are
is the
screen
game.
grabs.
Yeah.
You think we're gonna give these people clout like that? So this guy named
We are, though.
Kyle.
We are
Crazy
giving
how-
him some clout.
Crazy
You're
how
welcome.
fast I just lost all my respect for her. People will cancel other wrestlers all day long, but people are still being nice to this racist asshole man. I don't get it. Yeah, Kyle, you don't get it, bro.
How?
And a Sting profile pic. He's obviously an AE Wubs Uber fan. I quote tweeted this. I X'd out. I was like, man, I was just like, yeah, I don't know. There's no one more accepting of women than AEW superfans. Triple H's thoughts, who's at Triple HHH Paul L. Used to be Vince McMahon's thoughts, but you got to change that up. This is a really good dude here. He says, Adam Pearce likes Cornette. Attack him for being a horrible person. Samantha Irvin thanks Cornette for the kind words, verbally assail her and her character and say she sucks at her job. Morally superior wrestling fans must spew as much hate and vileness at them as possible. Also, let's see what Tony Khan thinks of Cornette. So, folks, here's what Tony Khan thinks of Jim Cornette. You all
Oh, this is gonna be good.
including Jim Cornette, one of the more vocal critics, but at times also.
Oh, you just hate AEW. Oh, Phil, you just hate AEW. Bro, because of my live shows every Wednesday, I've gotten more people watching AEW who would have never even turned it on in the fucking first place, you dummies.
Including Jim Cornette, one of the more vocal critics, but at times also a lot of what he says is very fair, and I appreciate the positive stuff. And certainly he was a mentor in my wrestling watching before he knew what he was doing as a disseminating information and his philosophies. I learned a lot. So those are great examples of people who can say whatever they want about AEW, Ring of Honor, me, whatever they want in pro wrestling.
Jim Cornette's a great example of somebody who can say whatever he wants about pro wrestling and me and Ring of Honor and blah 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 blah.
Wrestling fans watch the wrestling program. As somebody I look up to said, wrestling fans watch the wrestling program to see the wrestlers wrestle. And even if I don't always follow everything he says or haven't always made him happy, that is probably the person I learned the most about.
Yeah, Tony, they watch to make the wrestlers wrestle. God damn it. It's the stupidity fucking befuddles me. So, yes, they want to see wrestlers wrestle. Absolutely. But there is a happy medium. So go watch a SmackDown. That's the perfect medium of like matches mixed with getting the stories over so that we can have fucking 30-minute long matches on the pay-per-view that actually mean shit. Like that's the medium. Vince was doing too much of the recaps and the replays and the goofy pie in the face bullshit. You know? Tony's just going too far the other way where it's just wrestle, no meaning. And then when he does go, well, there's a ranking system. Then he doesn't follow the ranking system. So like, you're not even actually listening to Cornette, what Cornette's been saying this whole goddamn time, motherfucker.
About the wrestling business from, and I don't think he would probably take a lot of credit for me as his protege. But the fact is, he's right about that.
To be fair to him, these are his opinions. He says what he thinks. And there's stuff on the shows he's liked before, and there's stuff he hasn't liked. And I think it's still like that. He's not saying he loves everything on the show, but he acknowledged a lot of great stuff that's happened. What really tickled me and I thought was very cool.
Oh yeah, tickled. I love it.
Was his line about CM Punk's arrival, about his debut appearance in AEW on the first dance. And I'll never forget it. His exact quote was, well, it wasn't what I would have done. It was a lot better. It was perfect.
See, and that's why like Cornette's not just like being disingenuous either with his criticisms of AEW, because he he said that the booking of the CM Punk thing I thought was perfect as well. it was great. And so Cornette, he does put shit over that's good, and he buries WWE all the time too. It's just people aren't outraged, and WWE's not such a laughing stock that, like, it's funny to clown on AEW, dude, because it's such a laughing stock now. It's almost like a parody of wrestling. It's like Brendan Schaub to comedians. You know, you just roast it because that's the thing to do. It's just what's funny. It's not even like bullying either, because it's like you're a billionaire with making a bunch of people millionaires. Rio's getting paid $400,000 a year. She wrestled.
It's insane.
Yeah, she came out and said it, dude. $400K a year. She's wrestled like 10 times in fucking AEW in the last year, right? It's like you're getting paid like $40,000 a match. Riho, like, that's insane, dude. Rhea Ripley is like, are you kidding me?
Perfect. I thought that was awesome. And the Forbidden Door is something that is an important part of AEW.
See, and then Tony used to go on Busted Open, but now he doesn't. And now all of a sudden he's bitter, and you see Dax Harwood talking shit about old podcasters, meaning Jim Cornette and Eric Bischoff and shit. And
us.
Well, we're not old, bro. I'm not fucking Cornette's age. You know what I mean?
Oh no, I'm 78.
So, but like now, as soon as Busted Open gets real about AEW, Tony doesn't want to fucking go on that show anymore. He's abandoned it.
The ability to bring in stars from the outside, or our stars traveling to other promotions, winning titles, putting on dream matches. It's very cool, but it's not a completely new concept, the idea of companies working together. And that's something I learned listening to him. And there's just a lot about wrestling history that he knows and he's put into the world. And I think a lot of us don't necessarily agree with all of his opinions. And clearly he doesn't agree with everything he sees on our show, but he's got a lot of fans for a reason. And it's cool to see he's really enjoying some of the stuff he sees on the shows. And I don't think anybody can argue with his success. He's an intelligent person. And look, we're doing great.
We're doing great. So you guys, like, there you go, right there, from the horse's mouse as well, from the horse's mouse. So we have Just Alex Central. He says Jim Cornette uploads a video with a questionable thumbnail. Toxic fans, fuck you, Jim, you're a racist. Jim Cornette shows support for Swerve Strickland and Samantha Irvin. Samantha says thanks to Jim. Toxic fans, fuck you, Sam, he's a racist. You'll have serious issues. Y'all have serious issues. Okay, I think you have an issue, but fucking stupid. Yeah, shut up. Cornette as a person mostly sucks these days. It's also okay for somebody to thank him for appreciating their work. Both can be valid. Exactly.
Well, immediate contradiction.
Jim Cornette's thoughts on Samantha Irvin. Okay, yeah, we just went over those. Now Cornette is trending for checks notes praising Samantha Irvin. Finally, the IWC can be completely sane about multiple tweets mad at Irvin, including direct insults for thanking him. Oh, for fuck's sakes.
The paper.
People going, these posts sicken me to my core. I don't know, man. So it's just all really silly. I just people got to calm the fuck down, and shout out to Irvin, and I guess shout out Jim Cornette as well. You know what I mean? Like, fucking they come together. I love them both. I ain't hating on either of these motherfuckers. So
Well,